must be my shadow speaking to me. The consciousness that was in here last night, the energy of love continues this morning. So good to see everybody. I really didn't know how many people would be here today with the rain we have. I don't know if you had a chance to look at the creek. Rain is meant as prosperity and a long-lived marriage, a long-lasting marriage. And of course, they scoff at me because they never want it to rain on their wedding. But it's true. That's my experience. It's true of our event. As it rains, we know it is our prosperity and our longevity, and we continue to celebrate that today. And we're going to begin, as always, with music. Let's welcome Georgia Davis.
So the words Om Shanti, Om Shanti, sorry, let me get it correct. Om is the word of creation, and Shanti means peace. And I live to see peace inside my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti Om. Peace inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only see peace inside.
financial abundance that you shared with us, because you have been a way to keep this center going at times that have been very, very challenging at times. The other way that I want to mention, so obviously as far in terms of financial abundance, there's weekly and monthly contributions, and you can do that online. You can do it as an automatic payment if you want to do bill pay or things like that. We also have a way to text donations. How about that? We're stepping into the new world here. And also, I want to let you know that right now we're in the process of asking if you'll fill out a card of intention for the coming year for 2022 to anticipate what you might be giving. And that way, a couple reasons for that. One is it allows us to continue to be in the spiritual practice of giving and receiving, the law of circulation. It supports that which nurtures you, that which you are touched by, inspired by, so it's a way of gratitude and circulating. So all these things create more abundance in your life to give of your resources. Many people use a particular percentage of your income. So I know I use 10%. Many people do that tithing. Some people do less. But the important is you're intentional about your giving in that way. And so this is the card of intention. And the other thing I wanted to let you know about, in terms of your future planning, if you could go one more slide there. One more. So on your card of intent, there's an area about it says we'd like more information about including Napa Valley in your estate or will. Now, if you would like more information about how to do that, because that's a fairly complicated process to do it in a way that honors, and there's a brochure out in the lobby that gives you the information about it. I mean, it's not complicated, but you have to do it in a certain way. And you have to know, like, our business number and our address. I mean, that's all really you need to know. But sometimes it does help to meet with an estate planner, because we are not estate planners. But we would advocate, it doesn't mean that you give all of your estate to us, but a percentage or an amount that we really appreciate. We've had past people leave monies and stock in their will, and they've really been a godsend at different times. And we appreciate that, all those people that have done that. So to just invite you to look at the possibility of that as you look at your estate planning in the future. If you have any questions about it, feel free to talk to me about it. I'd be glad to do it either email. And then also a couple other events going on next week. So today's the 24th. That means 7 days from now, it's Halloween on our Sunday. So we invite you. It's optional, but come dressed as something 70s oriented, early 70s in particular we're thinking about, because this is continuing the history. We started as a United Church of Religious Science in 1971. So for some of you, it's not a stretch with what you already wear. But just add a few beads or something, we'll be good. So that'll be next Sunday. And then we also have some important events beyond that. Imelda and her Spanish-speaking ministry is having a Dia de los Muertos on November 2nd. Is it November 2nd? At 7 o'clock, and all are welcome to that. Okay. And do we need to bring anything? We just...
I mean, the person that you already passed away, you need to bring the picture and a candle, and that's it. Okay.
So it could be
So
anybody.
anybody can enjoy. I mean, it's going to be, in Spanish, but, for spirit is not a language. You will understand what we're going to do. And, I'll bring just a picture and a candle, and that's it. It's going to be at 7 o'clock on Tuesday in here.
And I think that's enough announcements for now. Still got a lot of things. Oh, I did want you to save the date. One more thing. December 23rd, we are going to do an in-person candlelight service. We're returning to our candlelight service. And other good news is we've secured a musician for that, and it's going to be Karen Drucker. So the same musician we had last night. That'll be exciting. So save the date there, okay? And now we'll begin the sacred part of our service.
So I invite you to close your eyes if you feel so comfortable. Feel yourself really rooted in the chair, deeply rooted in the earth, loving this glorious rain that we get to have, bringing all this life. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love.
Good morning to all of you. Thank you for being here this morning. And I want to continue with this environment of peace and love. If you like comfortable, close your eyes and open your heart to continue with the feeling of gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude. To have this solid community, to have this church, to have Reverend Jay and Reverend Janet, and to have us to support each other. Knowing and affirming this morning that everything is love, that everything is gratitude. This rain that is meaning the abundance for tomorrow, for always. And I recognize, God, that it is who's guide us, that He's in charge from every single step for the future of this community. And I know we are one. We are one in here. We are one with the people that is online. And we are one with the whole world. And in this hard situation that we are crossing. But and also we see the hope. We see the hope for the better things, for the better future, for all of us. And I give thanks for that. Y es en este momento que reconozco un solo Dios, una sola mente, que es el Dios que abraza, me abraza, te abraza y abraza el mundo entero. Reconozco el amor infinito y la gratitud por esta lluvia, por esta comunidad y por saber que somos uno. And so it is. Amen. I would like to share with you a little bit part of my process in this community. And I feel I don't have other word to say, only thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for accepting me and accept the Latin community. And yesterday that I was listening, the whole history, how I started this community, in 1960, what I came to my mind is how brave the person who started this, it was, the courage that she has to start all this. And for all the people that it has been involved to come through this thing right now, how we are right now. And at the beginning, when I started coming here around, I think 2007 or something like that. So Diego was here, so I think we arrived at the same time. And we started coming because we had a teacher, my sister and Martha too. We had a teacher, very strict teacher. Not excuse, it was valid for him to say something, not excuse. And he sent my sister, you need to go to Napa Valley Center, you need to start going, you need to see what is there, and blah, blah, blah. So my sister arrived, and then I came, and then I came so fearful, afraid, and don't understand much. But how Reverend Janet is, very glamorous, and very funny speaker. So she conquests my heart, And the voice of Diego invite me to trust. I don't know why, but his voice invite me, and also his voice reminds my mom, because she used to be a singer, in the church. And when I hear the Diego's voice, I said, oh, that's my mom's voice. So it makes me feel comfy, trust. And I remember Reverend Janet, with the big notebook and huge letters, and she tags in front of us, very confident. And it made me feel like this is my home, this is the right place to stay here. And, by the time passed, and also I remember her when she has a big crocodile for a Halloween. She was in a costume with a cloak and the crocodile. And that thing invited me, to be not to be so serious in life. Even though she was a reverend, she wasn't be so serious and strict. So that things opened my heart too, invite me to be a normal person, You don't need to be different than who you are to do something. So that's why I'm stay here, And last night I heard her to say this is not a stepping stone, this church is not a stepping stone. This is a solid rock. And I think that's why I'm stay here, because many other philosophies cross in my way. And I said, no, Science of Mind has everything. I have a church, I have a family, I have a place where I show up and hug with my community. And I said, Science of Mind, it is my home. It is where I want to stay. And thank you to all of you for accepting the community, my community, and open all the doors and support from Reverend Jay. And in this moment, I want to invite Martha to come here. And also, I want to invite Reverend Jay and Reverend Janet to bless us, because I think the next vine, it will be the Latin community. To Martha and I have the wisdom, the intelligence, how to connect with our people, because it's not easy to go through our Latin community with this philosophy. And I want to, if you bless us, come on, Martha, and you can put in front of us and bless us to have the wisdom how to open the doors, how to open the path to reach our community.
And I would just ask that the whole community raise their hands in this blessing as well as we face here. We'll just do it together?
Yeah.
Okay. What I know is this ministry is a blessing to the world, and I know the leaders that stand before us, the leaders that come, are a conduit for the light and love that is Spirit itself. That you allow Spirit to be that truth, that voice, that love, that light through you as you.
And I just know right now that these two brave women who have stepped into the consciousness that there is only one God everywhere present, and that carry that in their heart, they are always home. their community is blessed by that understanding and that love that moves through them. So as we open our doors, our hearts to the idea of oneness, I know a healing is taking place on the planet. And I know that the Hispanic community and every community is awakening to the idea of our oneness. I give thanks for these two women and the women and men in our community who are reaching out to others saying, there is only one. We are that one. We are love itself. So I give thanks. I bless the unfolding of good that's happening. And just let it be. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you.
Imelda, can you teach us how to say "and so it is" in Spanish?
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
That's it?
Amen. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Easy.
Not that I mean to displace the Reverend, especially Janet. We're just starting to meet, and I don't want to displace you. I want to honor and greet you and celebrate you, and solo uno, solo uno. I love the Latin community, and Imelda is one of the first practitioners here that welcomed me here. So I hold a really great space in my heart for her. So, a little song, if you could hit it, Mr. Phil. I'm held in love, I'm held in peace, God is holding me. With every breath, with every step, God is holding me. 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 Please join me if you remember the words. I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me. With every breath, with every step, God is holding me. 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 I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me. With every breath, with every step, God is holding me. 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 Reverend Janet.
Thank you so much. So beautiful. Oh my God, are you blessed with great music? I have to, big notebook because I have to write this big. Something called aging. Big notes, big writing.
And Janet, you've got to use the microphone.
Yeah, I have it.
We have 35 people online listening to you intently. You gotta use the microphone.
Hi, those online, my family, Eric, Marcus, Heidi. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How many people were here last night? Wasn't it wonderful? Just an acknowledgement. Yeah, so wonderful. Thank you, Jay. So we mentioned so many people, but what I wanted to do is start the day presencing those people who brought us here. I just want us to just say it in unison, the name of the person who brought you to Science of Mind. If you just say it out loud. I just want to say Anne Ryback. Yeah. Yeah, well, I want to presence them because no one gets here by accident. It seems to be a way that someone takes us. Thank you for the story, Imelda. I remember when you came. And someone brings us here. Someone says, you have to go to that church. And you say, oh, yeah, I'll go. My friend who brought me, Anne Ryback, was trying for months to get me here when I was living in Seattle. And finally, she just said, I'm coming on Sunday and picking you up. She came to my house an hour early because she knows how long it takes me to get dressed. She picked me up and drove me to the Religious Science Church, and I never left. So we all have some story of someone who extended, and the extension came. Anne wasn't saying that to everyone, let me come to your house, this is a place for you. But those of us who have hearts that are connected to other hearts who hold a vision that we hold, know there's not a place like religious science that will feed, nurture, and grow that vision of love, peace, harmony, and oneness. We're just a center that does that. So I've been so excited to be here for the legacy and beautiful work. Oh my gosh, the timeline, the photos, it's been amazing to just be in the presence of people who have walked before us and held the vision, and this is why we're here. And I'm present to the work that we have to do now, so those who come behind us feel nurtured and inspired. I look around and I see I'm in that, I like to say that, putting the bow on my life, which means it's going to be a big bow because I have a long ribbon. So I'm not saying it's, but I'm in a different consciousness than I was when I was 40, and a different consciousness I was when I was 60. I'm moving to understand legacy and how important legacy is, and the work that we do that is left behind for those who come after us. And it's not something we say, but it's how we live. It's really how we live. I know that. So I can tell my children everything. They don't go to religious science churches. They don't do what I would think they would do, but they're kind, they're loving, and they try to heal the sense of separation where they are. They put an effort into their life. Good enough for me. You know, I don't have to make them do something that I did. Good enough for me. And when they're in trouble, they have learned to go to prayer. That's been a long teaching because, you know, it'd be like, oh, Mom, I'm not feeling well. Okay, honey, do you want to do a prayer? So I close my eyes because while my eyes are closed, I know my kids are going. She's going to do it again. Can't we just be sick, Mom? Anyway, that's the legacy, that they're still hanging in there. And that I wanted to talk about legacy today and, of course, acknowledge what has happened. The community is beautiful. Everything is in place. The food, the preparation, nothing is done without really love here. every bit of food, the beautiful flowers, everything has a touch of love to it. So I want to really acknowledge everyone for that, and especially Mary Ward, who seems to coordinate that love energy and get things going. So thank you, Mary. Yeah. So I wanted to just remind us that this was a quote by one of our teachers, Wayne Dyer, who said, "Heaven on earth is a choice we must make, not a place we must find." Heaven on earth is a choice we must make, not a place we must find. I'm not looking to go to some destination somewhere. I'm trying to make this the destination spot while I'm here. This is the place. And so just understanding that we are in a place right now that is moving in consciousness to open our hearts to the idea that even in the midst of the most challenging times, which we have all been through in the last few years, it's been tough, it's been rough, we've been isolated, we haven't been connected, and it's challenged us in so many ways. But the idea that there is a choice that we still have in the midst of everything unfolding is what sustains me. I'm not interested in a spiritual bypass, everything is well, we're all good. It's not well, it's been rough, it's been tough, there's been so much going on. But in the midst of that, because of legacy, because of those who walked before us, because we know that people have walked through difficult times, there is still something in us that can make the choice to stay on the sunny side of the street, so to speak. I'm right now reading a book, Julian of Norwich, who lived during the Black Plague. And she was the one who coined the phrase, all is well, all will be well. She saw half of Europe get wiped out by the Black Plague. And she kept her spiritual center. Her instruction was, do not move off center. We're going to see this through. And so it's been comfort for me, because as we've all been challenged by so many things right now, staying on center, that's the legacy we have. That's the legacy we give. So just knowing that truth. I know that consciousness is our consciousness. And what I mean by that is our awareness. Like when I'm aware of what I'm thinking sometimes, I'm like, really? Whoa, how did it get? But that's after I've thought it a lot. And I wake up and I go, oh, woo, what is that about? So it's a work. This is not, my mother-in-law used to say, aging is not for sissies. So, and I get it, because I'm reflecting. That's what legacy does. It reflects, it looks back and says, okay, let's course correct. And while I'm putting the bow on the package, what am I leaving behind? So I just want to acknowledge that you are leaving behind to this community, to the Napa community, something that is so rich and so beautiful. And it will continue. There is a root here. And Reverend Jay told the story last night of when he came, and I said to him, this is not a stepping stone. And he was right up front. He wasn't looking for a stepping stone. He was looking to be in a community. And I just acknowledge that you've accepted him, and he has been a community leader in every aspect. Thank you, Reverend Jay. Yeah. And I love Lena Horne. For all you jazz fans, Lena Horne said, it's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. And the way we carry the burdens, the challenges, the way we carry them, to still remember to laugh, to love, to be kind, to, in the midst of stress. I used to have sores on the side of my lip. You know, you want to say something, and just learning to take a breath and to breathe. The affirmations and music today were so beautiful. Affirming that I have a choice in every moment, and I might slip up here and I might slip up there, but I can come back to center, and I'm still loved by God. When I'm on it and when I'm not on it, I'm still the beloved. Karen Drucker last night reminded us in one of her songs, we're still the beloved. There's nothing we can do to get away from the love of God. Nothing. So I just say that because I know for myself, I'm hard on myself when I don't meet my own expectations. I can be like, oh, and feel like and that's when I have to do the deepest work. When you're unkind to yourself, when you think you're not enough, when, oops, I messed up, or look what's happening to my family, or what did I do? And all of those conversations, when they come up, that's when the work really begins, to sit and say, I am the beloved. And there is nothing that I can do to change God's love for me. And God has intention for my life, for goodness in my life, for me to be that very life that expresses God's love, goodness, and power. It's really profound. I know the latest voice is William Shatner when he's out in space. I loved him. He comes back totally like a religious scientist. I think it was like, wow. He was so impressed with the earth. We have known that. We've been impressed with the earth. We've been trying to love the earth. And I must say, I love religious science, and what drew me to it was they used the term Mother, Father, God. Mother, Father, God. Ernest Holmes spoke those words to try to bring us to the divine feminine as well as a divine masculine archetype. Because when we embrace those two, we are not going to harm the earth. We are going to nurture love and bring forth what we're really called to bring forth. And he did it to change consciousness because there wasn't even a paradigm of mother-father. There wasn't even that, the mother, father, God aspect. So we're in a great tradition. We're in a great legacy. My granddaughter came down to visit me in Laguna, and I attended church there. And she and her girlfriend, 13 years old, two high-powered young ladies. And after the service, I said, well, Lila, what did you like the best about it? And she said, Grandma, I'm so glad that God didn't have a gender. Because her age and her group are dealing with gender issues. They're conscious of it. It's not what we dealt with, but what they're dealing with. And she was like aware of it, and she was aware of our languaging and our ability to stretch past all that. So we're on the right track. We really are on the right track. So I just wanted to just start with, this is Jesse Owens, another hero, says, the battles that count aren't the ones for gold medals. The struggles within yourself, the invisible and inevitable battles inside all of us. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. I just want to acknowledge how blessed I feel to be back in such a beautiful place, to walk with people who struggle like I do. We all struggle with the inner battles. My words and my blessing words are be kind to yourself. This is what I'm learning as I'm aging. Just look back and bless everything. Thank you for the blessing, Imelda. Just to go back and bless everything that has happened. And if it looks good, bad, or indifferent, it's a blessing in some way, and it reveals itself in the right time. You have a beautiful community here. It's unfolding an amazing legacy, and I just am so grateful to be part of it. Thank you so much.
The hard thing as a spiritual singer is you hear a reverend talk and you think about all these songs. There's one that Ricky and Michael did that was, Mother, Father, God, how great thou art, how infinite, how wonderful. So you make me remember that song. So, but this one, we're celebrating community right now, not just at our center, but all of the centers for spiritual living are celebrating community. And the song that I thought of was this one. Please hit it, Phil. Please stand and dance for it if this is from your generation. And sing with me. You know the chorus. Thank you, ladies in the back. Love is the song we sing, and fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, and you may not know why. Ready? Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. You sound good. Some may come and some may go. He will surely pass. Oh, here's somebody singing there. When the one that left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Here comes the dance break. Come on now, everybody. If you can stand, you can dance. Imelda, calling out, girl. Come on. Yes, thank you. If you're not dancing, you're missing it. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. I might have missed it, I don't know. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Listen. You hold the key to love and fear just in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there for your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now. Sorry, I have to learn these songs for you guys. Come on, people now. And you guys are great. You're welcome so much.
Begin in the microphone this time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You
for
are a
including me.
gift and a treasure to this community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay, for inviting me to come and be a part of this community. And I'm now starting to feel more and more a part of this community. Only took me a while, but
Yeah. And just here's a vote. Here's a vote. How many people would like her to transfer her practitioner license from Santa Rosa to Napa? No pressure.
Good thing I was already thinking about it, Jay.
That's
Is this
called
such a lovely
political
thing?
pressure, right?
Well, there are
You're
so
always
many.
welcome.
Thank you. There are so many opportunities here for me, and I love a community this size. I started in an even smaller community that was like 20 people every Sunday. And then I went to a huge community, and this really feels very much more like home to me.
Yeah. Well, I came from a larger church than Santa Rosa is.
Yeah, my high.
And I was even a minister and had no chance to really find my space and my voice. So, and I didn't know people. I mean, there were like 1,500 people a Sunday, and I didn't know people. So I know you guys, and I love you guys.
I think they know and love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a time in our service when we consider what we might be giving today, or cards of intention for the year as well, to continue to think about that. We know that what you give is circulating and creating abundance. And we know this rain we're celebrating today is abundance. So always celebrating the flow in our lives. So please consider that. We have a basket in front and maybe even one in the back. There is one in the back. So feel free to come up and as a gesture. And like I mentioned, if you give online, we have little plastic cards that if you come in, you can grab them. And then you can still participate in the conscious giving in this conscious community we have as a way to give if you want to. So, and I always love songs of gratitude. As I mentioned, Karen Drucker's, I've written at least half of them, if not more.
Yeah, I think so.
But while you're considering that and opportunities to give into the basket, George is going to offer another song here.
That's right. Are you ready, Phil? You guys might know this one too. Is it loud enough for you out there? Okay. Thank you, Phil. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. And I give thanks for all my blessings. God give me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. And I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. And I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. And I give thanks for all my blessings. He gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. Oh yeah, and I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. Oh yeah, so I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Be in this energy of blessing. So we also bless all that you've given today by the simple blessing that you'll see on the screen. If you repeat with me, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is. This is the time when we usually welcome first-timers. If it happens to be your first time, we welcome you especially. But we also have noticed some people that it's the first time in a while that you've been here. So it's good to have you here also, whether online or here in person. So we raise our hands in a blessing for all people, especially those that are returning. We'll call them our prodigal daughters and sons, right? Always welcome, Janet. We bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in the world. We are grateful for your presence in our community. And so it is. And also, yes, yes, right? Yes, yes. I love it. It is. We also bless our children. I'm sure they're out jumping in the puddles today. So we bless them by simply saying, we love you, we care about you, and we're here for you. And let's all stand for our congregational affirmation. A couple things today. We had a slideshow that ran yesterday before the program started, but some people didn't get in here to watch it. And so we're going to show it after the service. If you just want to, after the last song, you want to sit back down and watch it or mill around. And we have Post-it notes all over the room. If you want to add about things that you dream about this center, a vision about this dream, that you want in the future, write it on those and post it up on that future area too, okay? So repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
I am led by Spirit. I am guided by wisdom. I am protected by love. I am here to be a blessing. I am so grateful. And so it is.
Okay. Please stay standing. Go for it, Phil.
Because you'll want to dance to this one. I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel good. We'll go. I knew that I would now. So good, so good. I got you. Wow, I feel nice. Like sugar and spice. Yes, King. I feel nice. You can twist. Like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice, I got you. Come on, shake what your mama gave you. When I hold you in my arms, my love can't do you no wrong. When I hold you in my arms, my love can't do you no harm. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice, I got you. Wow! When I hold you in my arms, my love can't do you no harm. When I hold you in my arms, my love can't do you no wrong. I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel good. I knew that I would now. So good, so good, I got you. So good, I knew that I would now. Keep going. I feel good. Come on, you got it. I knew that I would now. So good, so good, I got you. So good, I got you. So good.
So we go forward, we just continue more of that, right? Many blessings as we continue this legacy of love. And as I said, feel free to stay around for the slideshow that'll start momentarily. And fill out those Post-it notes. Blessings to all. Reverend Jay Lang from the Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living on the grounds of Bottle Rock, which has been postponed this year until September. Jay Lang here, inviting you to the 2021 Sip and Savor, where we are celebrating diversity by honoring individuals who made a significant
right now,
contribution.
and a lot of fears around health and our own safety precautions of things. And to want to just encourage you to remember that we do have Spirit as the source of our health. And this quote is just so powerful that health starts with the knowledge backed by the conviction and belief that there is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is my life right now, or our life. Regardless of what the condition may be, it knows what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. So we know that Spirit within us is the truth of our health. Now, at the same time, while we know that, we still wash our hands. We still use the hand sanitizer, and we know the truth is Spirit within us that is the health and wholeness of who we are.
Reverend Jay Lang from the Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living on the grounds of Bottle Rock, which has been postponed this year until September. Jay Lang here, inviting you to the 2021 Sip and Savor, where we are celebrating diversity by honoring individuals who made a significant
world right now,
contribution
and a
here.
lot of fears around health and our own safety precautions of things. And to want to just encourage you to remember that we do have Spirit as the source of our health. And this quote is just so powerful that health starts with the knowledge backed by the conviction and belief that there is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is my life right now, or our life. Regardless of what the condition may be, it knows what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. So we know that Spirit within us is the truth of our health. Now, at the same time, while we know that, we still wash our hands. We still use the hand sanitizer, and we know the truth is Spirit within us that is the health and wholeness of who we are.